The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Welcome to today's webinar. My name is Erin Holscher. I'm the Director of Business Development here at ASTA. I'll be the organizer for today's presentation, hosted by our partners at Globus family of brands, titled, All the Ways We've Got You. I'm excited to share that at the conclusion of this webinar, Globus has generously provided a prize of a $100 Amazon gift card. Now you must be present to win, and you must be on the webinar live from the entire time. So we'll do that randomly selected drawing at the end of our Q&A today. Now, before we get started, I'd like to point out a few important features on your screen that will allow you to interact with us during this webinar. We will be answering your questions at the end. However, please feel free to submit throughout the entire presentation. To ask a question, you'll use the GoToWebinar pane. Near the bottom is an area that says questions. If you click on the arrow, it will open up a window pane. This is what you'll use to communicate with us. If you're having trouble hearing the presentation, please make sure your speakers are turned on and linked. And if you called in, try hanging up and dialing back in again. You can send any technical issues via that same questions pane. Please also note that all audience members are muted. We certainly want to hear from you, but we have so many people on the call that the background noise would be prohibitive, and we want to ensure that everyone can listen to the entire presentation. Finally, please remember that this webinar is being recorded and available for on-demand viewing at asta.org in just a few short J's. Please join me in welcoming today's presenter, Camille with Globus Family of Brands. Camille, take it away.
Thank you, Erin. It's really great to be here. And as Erin said, I'm Camille Oliveri. I'm Chief Sales Officer for the Globus Family of Brands, which includes Globus and everything that comes with it, which we'll talk about today, Cosmos, Independence by Globus, and Avalon Waterways. So we're going to touch on all of those, but before we do, we're going to talk about our new travel agent, travel advisor loyalty branding that we just launched alongside a lot of new tools and an education system and so on. So with that, I'm going to get to the webinar. It's really good to see everyone. I'm here. I'll be back live on camera for the Q&A portion. And I'm going to turn this off for now and just start the webinar. So you all may have seen in the media, all right, there we go. In the media recently that we just launched a branding of our trade loyalty programming. And why did we do that? First of all, we just really felt that we want to make sure that advisors really understand everything that we're investing and committing to in terms of support and loyalty. We really do rely on the travel advisor channel to bring us the vast majority of our business. And you guys are really the health of our business. So we want to make sure that you are healthy, that you understand everything that we are providing to you, and the partnership is important. We want to be your partner in profit, because when you win, we're going to win. So a couple of weeks ago, we announced this. It's kind of, I really love our new branding. The U really comes right out of Globus. And what that really means is you are the center of everything that we're focused on. So we really wrapped all of this branding around the U from the Globus family of brands. And so you can see that U is very familiar. And now you have that inside scoop. So that's how it was all born. Now, it's not just about a rebranding, though. We're actually creating more streamlined workflows, enhanced product knowledge systems, and inspiration to sell travel with confidence and creativity. This vision champions a culture of collaboration, education, and mutual growth, reinforcing the proven belief that when travel advisors succeed, we all succeed. So obviously you guys understand that you all have invested to be a part of ASTA, and we certainly have invested to be a part of ASTA, haven't we, Erin?
Absolutely. Globus has been a fantastic partner with GLASTA across, yearly across multiple events and initiatives. So thank you.
Yeah, and we're happy to do it. We're actually the highest level sponsor you can be with ASTA at the Sapphire level, which is really our way of showing our commitment to you all and to ensure that you're advocated for both in Washington and with all of the suppliers. So we believe we're leading the way with our policies, with our commitments, and our investment in the channel, and we're listening. We're always going to be listening for feedback and improving what we do, because we want to continue to raise the bar on how we are providing support to the Travel Advisor channel. Here's a message from Scott.
Oh, Camille, I know we've got Scott saying some great content here, but those videos didn't come through. Would you possibly be able to summarize Scott's message? We were able to see him, but we just can't hear him.
Okay, well, he's basically saying, I'm just gonna go ahead and stop it then. Okay, so he's basically saying what I said, which is we would not be Globus without you. He's really iterating all of the messaging that I just talked about, which is the real commitment that we have. So the video was playing, but the sound wasn't working. Is that right?
Yep, we weren't able to hear him. It was able to progress, but we'll connect, and we'll get that video to attendees to be able to.
Okay, I've got a couple more videos actually, so I'm just going to go ahead and skip through those because the first one actually the next two videos you don't really need sound because they kind of speak for themselves in terms of the video. So we'll just go ahead. So, okay, this is my first webinar with ASTA, so we're learning together, and appreciate everybody's understanding, but not to worry. But just so you know that commitment comes right from the top. Our CEO, Scott Nisbet, who is a great leader, one of the best that I've ever worked with. And it's just a pleasure to be a part of his team and be able to have his commitment to the trade, which was something that was really important to me when I joined the company 2.5 years ago. I wanted to understand that commitment, and it's certainly there, and they've really just reinforced it in spades even since then, and will continue to do so. So the second part of this new brand launch is actually our new revamped Travel Advisor portal. We're consistently listening to advisors' feedback to ensure our Travel Advisor portal evolves as a comprehensive one-stop shop with digital assets and processes. We are proud to be present in phase 1 of this project. Phase 2 will evolve the booking and reservation platform with more highlights and more efficiencies. So we've taken feedback that you guys have given us, and we're incorporating that into the travel agent portal and also into the upcoming phase 2, where we'll re-release our booking engine. So what is this about? The portal includes real-time booking and reservation management. Advisors can book travel experiences in real time, manage client reservations, and access all necessary documentation effortlessly. The travel and education portal includes access to GFOB-U. We just rewrote the entire GFOB University program, and I'm confident that we really want advisors to take the whole program, regardless if you took it before, because this program really gives you the full breadth of the product, along with selling tips, including groups and so on. It's an enhanced user interface and search functionality, making it easier than ever to find the perfect itinerary to share with your clients. Last we've introduced the capability for advisors to share itineraries co-branded with your own contact information. So we're going to look at this feature a little bit more closely. Here we are on the home page of the Travel Advisor portal. Let's take a quick peek at our itinerary sharing functionality right here from the main page. We are logged in as a pretend agency, as you can see it in the top. This is our example. Your personal agency information will show here where this red arrow is, you can see. From here, you can see the Tours to Share button next to the River Cruises to Share button. Let's say your client wants to travel to Italy. If you then click Tours to Share, then click Italy on the next page, you can then choose from our vast array of itinerary options within Italy. For this example, I've chosen one of our spectacular choice touring options called That's Amore, Italy by Design. And here is that tour's landing page. You'll notice that instead of your agency information at the top right corner where it usually sits, you'll see that now there's a share button. You can click this button to send this itinerary right to your clients. If you choose to send via email, for example, your clients will receive an email with your information as the contact rather than Globus, with a link inviting them to consider the itinerary carefully selected and recommended by you, the travel advisor. They would click on that link to see this exact itinerary window. And there it is. You'll notice it almost looks identical with one small detail having changed. The best part about this sharing option is that when your client opens the link from the email, your agency information and our test agency is again posted at the top, as in this example here. This is the view that your clients will see. This way, your clients know that you are the expert and to contact you directly with any questions or to make the booking. Your information will also pop up as the contact if your clients were to inquire about the booking from this page as well. For more information regarding sharing itineraries, please see our how-to video in the travel agent portal. And that's what we've done. We've created some additional videos just to help you. But as you can see from what I just showed you, it's very straightforward and easy to use. So we're very proud of our new university, G5U, and we really want to encourage everyone to get certified. There is a lot of helpful hints in the university. It has been edited and created by our team in conjunction with a third party. It's fun. There's a lot of interesting kind of little games of drag and drop that you play to take the quizzes. And so I think you'll enjoy it. The whole thing can be done in under 3 hours. So you can actually start and stop it as well. So if you get a phone call from a customer, you could stop it and then come back to it later. So it's really got a wide range of courses and certificates on Globus, Cosmos, and Avalon Waterway products, destinations, and selling techniques, including demographics on who are the best customers for these products. So I really think this is going to be something that you want to take a look at and you want to understand more deeply. It really gives you the ability to sharpen your expertise and earn some certificates. We all love earning certificates, don't we? So by continuing to develop your knowledge and capabilities through G5U, advisors secure their credibility as trusted travel experts. And you can use these certificates to lend legitimacy to your knowledge. We've already had several advisors complete the new G5U, many with wonderful feedback, including Joy from the Joy of Travel. Joy, if you're watching, thank you so much for completing the training and also for all the compliments. And she's a tough one, let me tell you. So thank you, Joy, for giving the compliments. And we really do feel good about the portal, so we appreciate the feedback. And again, when you guys do go to take the courses, we are open to feedback. If you think we're missing something or we should add something, it's very easy to do that in our new system. So, or if there's a course you want us to add, we're open to hearing those suggestions and really excited to continue the evolution of this G5U. So, coming soon, we have a new source. The source is the section of our travel agent portal where we have all of the marketing tools and digital resources for you. So we're going to have a brand new tool there ready for your use. We'll have the enhanced booking and reservation management system, and also a revamped Click to Connect, which is actually a way that consumers can find you. So we have all advisors listed. There are some minimum booking requirements, but any advisor that's achieved the minimum booking requirement will be listed. And if someone comes to our consumer site and they choose to click to connect, they will actually be forwarded to an advisor. So if that's not a commitment to you guys, I don't know what is. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about touring. We are really, I like to say we're kind of putting the real polish and, I don't know, just the appeal of motor coach touring back into touring. This is a traditional way of touring. It's the way you see all of the shore excursions on any river cruise. Often you're touring on a bus when you get off a cruise ship. So touring is not all that alien to people. And you absolutely cannot see all of the world on a cruise ship because there's plenty of land that is not touching water that we all want to see. And I'll give you a perfect example, and that is Kruger National Park in Africa, where I just attended an amazing event, and it couldn't have been handled more elegantly. It was a fantastic event, and another example of a location that you could never see on a cruise ship. So touring really offers a lot of unique ways to see the world. We have a diverse array of global destinations, tailored experiences. There's an adventure waiting for every traveler, from the majestic landscapes of Europe to the vibrant cultures of Asia and beyond. Whether your clients yearn to wander through ancient ruins of Rome, marvel at the natural beauty of the Canadian Rockies, or hike, in the outback of Australia, we offer a multitude of ways to discover the world's captivating views. In fact, Globus is 52% of the guided touring market. We provide 466 unique tours in 71 countries and almost 100 years in business. So why does that matter? Why should you care that we're the largest of the touring companies? Well, you can actually put all your eggs in one basket and earn more so that you can travel for free, either while escorting your own guests or while traveling on your own to experience the product so you can resell it. And nothing sells a product like experience it yourself and sharing your own personal photos. So we are offering touring in North, Central, and South America, Europe, Asia, Africa, and the Middle East, Australia, New Zealand, and the South Pacific. So we have everything everybody else does, and we have more of it. And we also have 12 different styles of touring. So let's talk a little bit about some of these. I'm not going to go into all 12 of them because we don't have enough time. But I'm going to talk about some of the most popular touring options that are available. Each brand within the Globus family offers unique styles and options. With two distinct land touring brands, Globus and Cosmos, we offer more ways to see the world. Globus is really the traditional touring. We've been doing it for hundreds of years. It is a very popular way to tour. Traditional guided tours are made up of our traditional guided tours. The Globus Classic Tour is hotels that are 4 and 5 stars, and they are located in the city centers. So they are great locations to just walk to iconic sites. It's great for guests who are first time to a destination that want to see a lot of that country. They want to see the iconic sites. They will get not only 4 and 5 star accommodations, but they will get VIP access into all of the museums and the iconic sites that they want to see. And they will be working with the most expert guides in the industry. Meanwhile, Cosmos, on the other hand, was created in the 60s to serve an emerging market of younger travelers, groups of friends, and anyone with a desire to travel but in need of a more affordable option. So what do you sacrifice with Cosmos? Typically, the hotels are the same standard as Globus, but they're actually located just outside the city center. So that location makes them more attractively priced and can be appealing. We do see a lot of, retired teachers, younger folks, multi-gens taking the Cosmos tours. And we have them in virtually every destination that we have Globus. So it's a great option for travelers. So here's just a list of what our 12 ways to tour are. I'm just going to cover these really quickly. Classic, we discussed. Choice touring by Globus offers the option to pick different activities in 2 to 3 destinations inside the tour. So this is giving more freedom and flexibility to travelers. We have undiscovered tours, Independence by Globus, which is much like an FIT, but they are Globus negotiated rates. We have Escapes by Globus, which is the off-season. We have Small Group Discoveries, which is becoming more and more popular, and we're building out more of these. We have Value-Minded Tours, Private Tours. A lot of advisors that I meet with don't realize that we do put together private tours. We have cruise and tour combos in places like Alaska and Scandinavia. We have faith-based tours. We have rail vacation combos as well, and we have special event tours. So we have custom, we have private, and you can see it's just, we really have a lot to offer in terms of options. So people tend to perceive touring in kind of an old-fashioned way, and this is just a fun cartoon, or a fun little movie to show you the old perception. You won't be able to hear the sound, but you will see basically the idea of it. He's saying right, left, the various iconic sites. Okay, so you get the idea. I'm going to go ahead and move on. Here's our latest commercial for Globus Touring. I want you to see this. I wish you could hear the music, but we do have this video available. I strongly encourage you to share it with your customer base on social media or to email it, because it really does give a better flavor for what touring is really about today. So you can see there we've really given a modern flavor to touring, which I think really shows it much better than the previous video. So today's travelers, they're looking for more flexibility. They're looking for more off the beaten path type itineraries and destinations. They want an immersive experience where they can really feel the culture and taste the culture and really get a sense of it. They want a very diverse travel squad. more small ship and river cruising, more travel, period. So they want more value for their money. And certainly a cruise actually is typically, a Globus tour is typically about 30% less than if it was all put together in an FIT environment. So it's a huge value and savings. As we're evolving touring, and we have been on the leading edge of evolving touring with choice touring and so on, we're really looking for a balance of inclusions and free time in everything that we're offering now. Included excursions, more multi-night stays, lots of different travel styles for guests to choose from. So, if they're new to a country, they're going to want to see the iconic sites. If they've already been to the iconic sites, they might want something more off the beaten path, and we have that to offer as well. So we have a trip really for all demographics, and we'll get into that in a little bit. Actually, we'll get into it right now. So who are the demographics for us? Primarily, first and foremost, the baby boomers and Gen X. We do get some multi-gen families, mostly kids that are junior high school age, where they appreciate the educational aspects. There's nothing like, studying history and then on your summer vacation going with your parents to actually see some of the places that you studied. And it really brings the historical aspect of those classes to life. We have solo traveler options that are priced for people traveling on their own. We see the average age is 52 to 69, and that's an average. We see younger, we see older, but that is the average age range. And it's for the curious-minded people that are interested in culture. We call those culture collectors, and they're looking for immersive experiences, and they want a vacation that's easy. They don't want to have to think about what they're going to do tomorrow. They don't want to have to, plan the vacation while they're on it, but they do want some free time as well. So, what are the benefits of touring with us? More is included in terms of experiences and activities. VIPs skip all the lines in all the iconic locations. We have unique experiences that you wouldn't find otherwise, local experiences. It could be, meeting with a school. It could be experiencing an art class with a local teacher. There's all kinds of different options that, depending on the location that you're going to. And our hotels are typically, as I said earlier, in the heart of the city center. We do offer free time to explore on your own with all of our tours. And we have the #1 experts, the top tour guides. We talked about that. We have free Wi-Fi on our coaches. And we all know people are taking longer trips and they need to have access. Especially entrepreneurs need to be 24/7, be able to access the internet oftentimes. So that's something that we knew was a must-have. And then we have ways for you to customize your own tour as well. So also wanted to share that, it's a great way to drive more business to you in that we have a very high repeat rate. 55% of our guests return within 5 years. 20% of them actually book that trip within 90 days of returning from their last trip. So that just tells you that the product is high quality, that people want to redo, and they can actually experience all the major sites around the world with Globus, and they're doing it. So we're going to shift gears now a little bit and move on to Avalon. So cruising elevated. So Avalon is really a fantastic river cruising product. We have a lot to offer guests. We're delivering really unparalleled experiences. Avalon puts guests in the captain's seat to navigate their journey and fuel their passions. Similar to what we're doing with Globus, we've added a lot of options with Avalon, which we're going to get into in a few minutes. And we have a lot of wonderful products to share with you. So Avalon has 77 unique itineraries on 11 rivers in 24 countries. So we are offering a lot. Our options include adventures across places like Europe, the Mekong River, Southeast Asia, the Nile River in Egypt, South America, including the Galapagos Islands, and even the Peruvian Amazon. So let's take a look at what sets us apart. I'm going to give a little plug to the Asta River Expo. I know I think it's already sold out, Erin, isn't it, for next year?
It is. It's sold out on site, but we do have that wait list, and we do encourage advisors to absolutely continue to drive to that wait list. But we are excited to say we sold out on site.
Yeah, if you haven't attended the Asta River Expo, I strongly encourage you to attend it. You get to see all the major suppliers lined up on the river side by side in very close proximity of time, so it's really easy to compare. And we love this event because we really feel like that's how we shine, when you can really see us side by side with our competitors and get a real sense for the differentiation of both the hardware and the software. So we actually host many attendees on board. We will have 3 ships this year in Vienna hosting attendees, and we're doing pre and post events. And if you can't get to the cruise this year, perhaps you're with an agency group that has chartered one of our ships pre or post Asta River Expo, so you can check on that, or you can check with us, and we can give you information on how you can get traveling with us. But really having a live experience is a great way to be able to compare. So the big differences are, number 1, the panorama suites, number 2, dining, number 3, choice, all of the choice that we have. And then number 4 is we offer what we call active and discovery cruises with an emphasis on active shore options for people. So we're going to talk about each of these in a little bit more depth. Let's start with the panorama suites. The suite is actually 30% larger, and we have 100% of the outside wall is a window, which opens all the way to become a balcony. So what we've done is we've utilized 100% of the square feet inside the room, but you can actually turn your room into a balcony by sliding open those doors. The suite is designed with a very, very slight angle on the wall at the back that actually enables us to have a larger shower in the bathroom. The showers and countertops are marble, very high end. We have L'Occitane. I don't know why I drew a blank there for a second. We have L'Occitane, because I love L'Occitane products. We have L'Occitane amenities, so you don't even need to pack the shampoo or cream rinse. We have his and her towels that are darker and lighter, so you know whose towel is who. So if you're traveling with your spouse and you don't want to be using each other's towels, or you're traveling with a friend, it's very easy to identify which towel is which. And this view is really incredible. Actually, too, the table actually goes up and down in the room, and here I have a photo of that here. See that table that in the sitting area? You can move that up or down depending on if you're eating something in your room. You can have the table up higher, or you can move it down if you're having a cocktail looking out at your view. So there's a continental breakfast in bed option, room service for lunch and dinner. Fresh water is provided daily in the rooms. L'Occitane bath products we talked about. A large bathroom with a full shower and the towels. One thing I didn't mention is you can customize your mattress. So there's actually multiple ways you can customize your mattress to be more firm or softer, and also your pillows. So I have often heard, and I heard this from many advisors who stayed with us on our ships, that it's a very, very comfortable bed. And of course it is, because you can design it how you want. And actually the way it works is if you just flip the bed around different upside down or right side up, it is either firm or softer, and there are ways to kind of gauge that as well. We have a 3-to-1 guest to crew ratio, so the service level is very high. So on our ships, we have a maximum of 150 guests. Again, that kind of speaks to the guest to crew ratio. We have some ships that are even smaller. The ship that we just launched in the Douro is a bit smaller because the Douro, it needs to be to get into all the really cool locations on the Douro. And so we don't have any ships that are larger than 150. And also another, and all of our ships are the same, by the way. So the ships are designed the same. So if you were to do a charter, you wanted to have 2 ships as an example, they would be identical. It works nicely too when there is an issue on the river and you need to get off and move to the other side of where the water issue is. When a ship would meet you on the other side, and you would have the same exact stateroom, and the ship is going to be identical. So all of these ships are identical, which is really fantastic. We offer what we call flex dining. So it is not a fixed dining time. You can show up the dining room anytime in the evening to have your meal. You can also have the option of the Panorama Bistro, which we do serve light versions of the menu in the main lobby area, which we call in the front area there, we call the Panorama Bistro. We also have the Sky Grill. Weather permitting, we will serve lunch outdoors on the rooftop, and it's a really great experience. It's so great. And then we also offer room service. So if you did choose to have your meal in your room, that is also an option as well. And then, really, Globus, one of the things we do bring to river cruising is our expertise in touring and what we do on land. So this has really worked out extremely well for us. Market research has indicated another aspect of researching river cruising to be vitally important, allowing travelers to take advantage of sights, sounds, attractions, and history. Avalon has responded with Avalon Choice, our innovative new creative cruise. So we have classic shore excursions, then we have active shore excursions, which would be something like biking you can see here, or canoeing or rafting. And then we have discovery, which could be something like cooking classes, or as you can see here, painting would be an option. We have lots of different, depending on the destination, lots of different options to choose from, and they're all included. So I didn't want to get, obviously we can't cover all of our itineraries, but we did just announce not too long ago that we're adding the Bordeaux next year. We have an 8-day, and it starts in Bordeaux, which is super attractive. It has 23 included shore excursions. And here is the itinerary here. So you can see it's a round trip Bordeaux, and it's really a fantastic cruise, especially for wine lovers. It is on the Garonne and Dordogne rivers. You both embark and debark from Bordeaux. And we have classic, active, and discovery experiences available. And again, those are all included. And that's in the southwest of France. Another interesting option is we've seen that many travelers are now desirous of traveling for multiple weeks. And so there's some really interesting options to really combine river cruises. So here's a couple of examples of those where you have 15 days Paris to Bordeaux, 22 days Arles to Bordeaux, 22 days Basel to Bordeaux. So some different options there. And of course, these are all available for your viewing pleasure on the travel agent portal. Now, I would be remiss if I didn't talk to you about groups. And I do think that one thing that travel advisors do really, really well is bring us a ton of groups. And they tell us too that we execute very well on group business. So let's talk a little bit about our group programs and what we have to offer you there. So groups can be really, really profitable. I'll give you an example of that in a moment. They really give you the ability to increase your sales volume, help market yourself as a specialist, exclusive amenities that we give you. For example, with Avalon, you get free prepaid gratuities when you do a group. Building lifetime loyalty with your customers, and also it's very difficult to shop a group and come back to you and say, because you can customize your group with some special offerings, and then it really isn't the same as what someone's actually just searching for on the internet. So it really gives you that ability to differentiate your offerings so that you don't you don't have to worry about someone price shopping you. So why book with us? We have over 95 years of experience with group business. You're going to see that we're going to be more flexible with our groups going forward. So I want to make sure everyone is aware of that we are going to make exceptions where needed, and we are going to be as flexible as possible. You're going to be able to get more for less. Our volume buying power makes it include more. We have really great, like I said, hotel relationships, and we have experienced tour directors and cruise directors. And actually, we took our tour and cruise directors on the road in January and February of this year. Maybe some of you might have attended some of these events, and we're going to do it again this next year. It was a really great success, and we got double the ROI we expected on bookings. So nobody tells the story like our tour and cruise directors. They bring it to life, and we did have some advisors bring guests with them and then got those bookings after the event. So our specialized groups department really is experts in providing you service and guidance with your groups. So take advantage of that. So what are the incentives that we offer? 8 passengers makes a group. On land and river, we offer 50% off at 1 for 8 and 100% off at 1 for 16. In Avalon, we're actually offering a 1 for 10 right now. And air, we also offer air with it as well. So you can do that when you have at least 10 passengers. We can do the air for you as well. So we can really, do a lot of the heavy lifting, and you can just focus on selling. So let's just give you a couple of examples on commissions. A group of 8 on Avalon Romantic Rhine. At 17% commission, you're going to make just under $9,000 for 8 people. 12 people, $13,413, and for a group of 20, $22,355. So that's some good money with us really doing a lot of the heavy lifting of the vacation experience. So you guys focus on selling and servicing your customers. So where to find groups? Really, one of the best ways to do that, especially if you're new to the industry, is to focus on something you are passionate about and bring a bunch of people with you. I mean, that's really a great way to start doing group business, and then word gets out. And I've seen so many advisors start out that way and then really build a nice book of group business. So here's just some ideas. Things to inspire you. You could do something art focused. Wine appreciation, one of my favorites, Erin. Beer tasting, also another one of my favorites. I love trying beers from all over the world. You can do culinary, you can do garden and nature, golf. Erin, I know you and I both love golf. That's another way to form a group. Faith-based, ancestry, dance, fitness, milestone events, birthdays and anniversary. And then of course, what I talked about at the very beginning, friends and family. Like you just pick a place that you would love to go to and get your friends and family to come along with you. And that's really a wonderful way to get started in this business. So here's some different options for affinity groups. If you want to put together some affinity groups, you can look at alumni groups, faith-based, frats, athletic clubs, nonprofits, students, culinary and wine clubs, country clubs, 55 plus communities. That sounds young to me, Erin. Influencers, and photography, wildlife, and adventure clubs. So just some ideas to give you a little bit of inspiration for groups. So we have with land right now a $500 non-refundable deposit will secure your space. With Avalon, it's $25 refundable deposit will secure your promotion. So this is a little map, if you will. I'm not sure if you guys can see this. It's pretty small on my screen, but this is our sales team. And if you want help in group planning, please reach out to your BDM or your inside team, and they will be happy to assist. Our groups department is available. You can see the phone number here, and here's an email as well. Our hours of operation are there as well. And I'm just looking at this. This is the Canadian email address. So I believe that's the eService desk at globusfamily.com, not CA. But if you did email it there, we would just forward it on to the department in the US. So these guys are here to help you build your business. They are just that, business development managers, and they have a lot, our team has a lot of experience and is happy to share their insights with you. They are a wonderful bunch, and most of them are on the call today. And in fact, they're going to be helping me in case you stump me with one of your questions. When I've got my phone here in case they need them to text me an answer. So when you go to market a group, you want to use your website, your social media. We see, and this was really new for me coming to the land side of the business and the river side of the business, is that consumer events really sell. They work very, very well. We support them, and we provide a consumer offer for you when you do a consumer event as well. So definitely take advantage of that, and you can talk to your BDM about setting that up. So we also have a group planner. So this is available on the travel agency portal that can really give you ideas and step-by-step way of creating, managing, and executing your group. Here's just some examples. We also have brochures for both Avalon and Globus, so you can get those by contacting your BDM. And here's our travel agent discount program. So this is again available on the tab, and you can see that, you know, the more passengers you have on the books, the bigger the discount. So this is a great way if you want to escort a group, you get a certain number of passengers going, and then you could be, if you had 30 passengers, you can go for free, right? So there are, and then you still have your TCs, by the way. So this is a really interesting way to build up your business and for you to experience more and more of the product so that you can sell it more knowledgeably. So just a reminder about, again, we are your partner for profit. We are very focused on being easy to do business, making sure we have enough staff to answer the phones quickly. We have one system, one team, one set of policies. We have no NCFs, no non-commissionable fares. Our average commission is anywhere from $1,200 to $2,500 plus. We pay our commission at final payment, which is a best-in-class Globus policy. I'll say it again. We pay our commission at final payment. Very few suppliers do that, and you can see who they are on the ASTA website. Leads delivered to you. I talked about our 55% repeat rate and the click to connect. We are your trusted partner. We are award-winning. Last year, we won Tour Operator of the Year. We do not have any debt. We continue to invest. We have the most guaranteed departures of any tour company, and 100% of our focus and my team's focus is on the trade. So with that, I'd really like to open it up for questions.
Well, fantastic. Well, Camille, I just want to say thank you for such an informative presentation. We're so grateful for Globus Family of Brands' partnership with ASTA. You truly go above and beyond for the travel community with your commitments. So we know you guys are involved with ASTA year round. You're driving advocacy initiatives for ASTA and for our advisors. So thank you so much. This was a great breakdown. We've got so much excitement in the chat for all of these amazing details. A lot of wows for those breakdown of the Avalon amenities. And also thanks for embracing the ASTA initiative of professional development by highlighting those group opportunities to explore and to drive business. So you're definitely speaking my language about wine and golf. So those are some great initiatives to be able to touch base with. So I do have a handful of questions here from the chat to be able to present. What I do want to let advisors know is any questions we don't get to today, we will be sharing with Camille and her team to be able to connect with directly. So Camille, I know you started off the conversation talking about that advisor portal, and the question was where can I directly access that portal? And when sharing an itinerary, can the client request changes right through that feature?
Yeah, I mean, the travel agent portal is, I can't even think of the website. Somebody needs to shoot me the website, please. I also got a reminder from one of my BDM team members to make sure I mention the welcome back credits. So for all travel, we do provide a welcome back credit, which also is something you should take to remarket to your guests after they return. Okay, here it is. It is globusfamilypartner.com. globusfamilypartner.com.
Excellent. Thank you so much. So that is a great resource to start and to be able to access a wealth of information for us. So I'm going to ask this next question, but I know it's going to be difficult. But the question is what is the average number of guests on your tours with Globus?
On the tours, we average, well, the bus capacity is really the capacity of the tours, but we typically average in the high 30s. So the bus capacity is typically like 44, and there's typically in the high 30s. Now on our small group discoveries, the average is 24.
Got it. Now, when touring with Globus, how much time on trips is solo exploring versus in a group during the day?
There are definitely at least 3 or 4 options for self-explore during a 7-8 day itinerary.
Great. Now, can you speak a little about the access for disabled clients on your tours?
Yeah, I mean, so this is a challenging one. The buses typically have that capability, but there's a lot of places that we go to that do not. So what you need to do is really, depending on the itinerary, is how friendly it's going to be, and what, depending on the disability. So that's one that we really would need to handle one off.
Okay, understood. Now, does G5U break down the 12 tour options that you highlighted earlier? Would that be a good resource to be able to have a better understanding of those?
Yes. You can actually do that on G5U. You can also, if you're in the brochure or on the site, it will highlight what it is on that tour for you. So, for example, if it's undiscovered, that's a more off the beaten path, it'll say that it's undiscovered.
Got it. Now, switching over to your talk about Avalon and river cruising, what time does flex dining start on the river?
7 o'clock.
Okay. And now, does Avalon have any Christmas market or other themed cruises throughout the year?
We do. We have lots of Christmas market options. And in fact, this year we actually extended our Christmas market options to make the season longer. So we do. And we do not operate Christmas market cruises when the Christmas markets are not open, because we don't believe that's ethically appropriate. So if you see a Christmas market cruise, you will know that the Christmas markets are open on that itinerary.
Got it.
Because they actually changed the opening of Christmas markets based on the holidays. So it can vary year to year, but you can be rest assured with us that we're always organizing around that.
Fantastic. Now, do you have airline partnerships or land partnerships that clients and advisors can utilize outside of the tour days or river cruise days specific?
Yeah, I mean, we do. We offer, we have American, Delta, and United for our airline partners, but there's some places that we end up using other airlines. So, and you can deviate somewhat. I don't know the exact limitations of that. Again, it's probably going to depend on what the itinerary is. So, but there is that option to deviate.
Great. Now, I'm going to speak for ASTA. We look forward to seeing many of you at River Cruise Expo 2026. But for those that aren't able to attend, Camille, are there other FAM opportunities that they should be looking into throughout the year?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, we have what we call suite rewards. So if you actually have one booking made, you can actually qualify for suite rewards, which is a dramatically discounted cruise. So it'll give you the opportunity to experience. Also, if you are a member of a particular host agency or franchise agency, we typically have something on the books with them at least every other year. So check with your leadership, with your host or franchise or retail agency, and see if we do have something planned that you could potentially join.
Excellent. Now, the question is, how do I access any specific marketing resources?
That would be on the travel agent portal. So it's called the Source, which is a section. So the travel agent portal is divided in three. It is the booking engine, and then the Source, which is all the marketing resources, digital and print. And then there is the GFOB University. So all three of those are accessible through that portal.
Great. Now, I think this will be our last question, and I think this will tie us up nicely in a bow and kind of build off of what you just mentioned there. The question is, what resources should I be accessing to better connect with my local sales manager?
Yeah, I mean, you could just reach out directly to them. And, if they're traveling, you will see in their email response that the inside sales team contact info, so that you can get to somebody quickly. So there's definitely accessibility to both the BDM and the inside sales team. Each BDM works with a dedicated inside sales team member to support them when they're traveling. So we make sure that we have somebody accessible to you at all times. So if you don't know who your BDM is, you can email sales@globusfamily.com, and we will refer you to the appropriate BDM. We also have that slide that I showed you that pictures all the BDMs with their contact info, is also on the travel agent portal.
Perfect. We know that those BDMs are such valuable resources to advisors, and so absolutely, I'm so happy to hear that advisors are continuing to build those relationships and driving. So fantastic. Well, that concludes our Q&A session for today. So thank you again for all of the advisors that presented some information, and to Camille, who did a fantastic overview for us. So now it's time for that prize drawing. And as I mentioned, Globus Family of Brands generously provided a prize of a $100 Amazon gift card. So drum roll, please. And the winner today is going to be John Snow. So John, congratulations. I'll be sharing your contact information with Camille and her team, and they'll be following up directly with you. So now, as I mentioned,
Congratulations, Jon Snow.
whoop, whoop. So now this webinar was recorded. So if you'd like to listen to the presentation again, I encourage you to go back to asta.org in just a few short days and be able to continue your in-depth knowledge with this information. So thank you again to our partners at Globus Family of Brands. And for all of you who have joined us today, Camille, anything to say and send us out?
Well, I just want to say thank you, everyone, for taking the time out. I know you're really busy, so I do appreciate it. We appreciate you. And I hope to see all of you at the Global Convention next week.
Yes, we'll see you in Dallas. Have a great, safe travels, all.
Thank you. Bye-bye.